Okay. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, we need to select a secretary for tonight. Alexandra will not be with us. Clary probably will not be with us either. That means the four of us are the only ones that are going to be here. Oh, except for Madeline. Is Madeline on her way? I guess she might be. You want to do it?
Want to? I'll do it.
Right.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate.
You want to know?
Jesse for secretary.
I second. All those in favor?
For secretary for today?
For today.
Yeah, we're not-
Today.
We're not taking away Alexandra's place until she says officially that she's not coming back, because I don't think she said that yet.
I agree.
What? Yet?
I second that one.
What have I missed?
Yeah,
I guess you
yeah,
accept the
baby.
nomination.
Yeah, but
You know, the last two people that had a baby left too.
that's
Can
true.
someone give me a better pen to my pen to play?
You want to marker?
It's a highlight.
I will.
No, if you go like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So
it
it's
should work.
okay.
Oh, there we go.
Transform.
Okay, so officially, Desenia is Jesse is our which one do you call it? Jesse?
Jesse, come to.
Jesse is our secretary for today. Let's see, roll call. Vivian.
Here.
Jesse,
Here.
me, here. Frankie,
Here.
Clary's not here, Alexandra's not here, Madeline is not here. All right, order of business. Any deletions, additions, or deferrals of the current, old, and new business? Anything I missed when I put everything together?
The karate. I would like to motion to add the karate program.
Anyone else?
I just under old business. Code.
Yeah,
Still, yeah.
Okay, so F will be karate program. Well, is there anyone else? All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
I don't have anything else to add, so that's fine. We can move on from there. Public comments. I guess that is this portion where we get to welcome our guests for today. How you doing, sir?
How are you guys?
Good. How are you? Sorry. You want to go ahead and I didn't even know you were coming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We talked a while back and I didn't confirm with Vivian. We've been very, very busy, but I wanted to stop by anyways. I want to get a sense of what you guys are working on and see how we can support you guys, see if maybe we can give you some ideas or whatever, so that things can actually push through. So I don't know if I don't want to disrupt your meeting too much, so I don't know if you prefer that I kind of just sort of like raise my hand as you're going through the topics, if I want to ask a question, or if you want me to ask you now.
Protocol calls for us to give you 3 minutes.
Okay,
Unless we add you to the agenda for a specific time to talk for as long as you'd like.
okay.
It really depends on what you would like. Unfortunately, the only way that you can comment on anything we're doing is by raising your hand and letting us reopen comments so you can make a comment.
Okay.
Protocol wise.
Yeah.
If we were doing it my way, we wouldn't do that. But we can't do that. So right now you have an opportunity in a free moment for the next 3 minutes, if you'd like to suggest anything, say anything you thought that you think would work well, go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay, perfect. So I read through some of the stuff that you guys have here. I saw about the possibly putting some items for the gala. I wanted to know if you guys had checked in with the Miami Lakes Educational Center, because they have a culinary program. I know they've done food before for like other events, for like other agencies. So I don't know if that could be an option for you guys. I'm not sure if it was looked into or not. Possibly a very inexpensive option, I would imagine. And we can talk more about that later, and then for the reading sensory event that's potential, let me know if you guys want to partner up with Miami-Dade Public Library System to do that. Okay, so it's up to you guys, but if you want to, they'll be more than happy to give you the space, and we can run it through them, and they'll help you advertise them as well. Other than that, for the playground concept, we have done autism friendly initiatives in the past. So we do have a little bit of information on how to create like a disability friendly playground, like actually like having all the elements in it. I can share that information with you guys so you can actually explore the idea a little bit more in depth as to how much of a budget you need, what kind of, where are there funds that you can tap into. And then you can make a better decision as to whether or not you want to pursue that.
Absolutely.
And I think that's it.
That sounds great. Well, we appreciate everything, obviously, that you always do. Because you guys are so, connected to the community and, every time.
There
we
was
can.
something, I'm sorry, something I wanted to send to everyone last week.
Oh.
I just remember, sorry.
How's that ADHD doing?
Listen, I read it at 3 a.m. in the morning and I wasn't gonna send that to anyone at that time. So I said I'll send it later. And I just remembered to send it. So,
Well, so, on some of the things that you suggested, so what was the first thing you just said? Was it for the gala?
Yeah, so I noticed that it says here that you're looking into possibly maybe changing the location and going into.
Right.
And then also maybe cooking some of the items. I'm imagining that you're trying to keep the cost down or something like that. So I'm wondering if you go through this program, if that would be a way to also keep it down, but then also maybe it's less work on your end, you know what I mean?
On that, what we were trying to do is we're trying to see if we can't get it moved to the Miami Lakes Hotel.
Okay.
It might cost might actually go up, but we're trying to make this event a little bit more sophisticated.
Okay.
All the other galas around the town community, in the communities around us, all go and they do it at big banquet centers now. And we're still in our community center, which is nothing wrong with it, but I want to see if we can't find a way to negotiate with the Graham Company and see if they would be willing to help us or to partially donate to us the ballroom facility so we can continue to do something in a high class fashion, but also at the same time offering a little bit more room because the space we have in Royal Oaks is just right on the edge of not being enough. I mean, you're basically wall to wall people. We have a little bit like a dance floor and some space for people.
Yeah, and the
Um,
sponsors, they want their own table and we're not able to
Yeah.
provide that, that's like a big.
The tables, they get like that big, so we're working on trying to figure that one out. And then as far as the food goes, I think we should continue doing the gala as a non-sit down food gala. Everybody else has the sit downs. We don't. We have the fun. Ours is all like finger foods and drinks. But I think what I learned from this past one and then the one before it is that I felt like we had a better fun time with all the local community businesses having something to do with it. When we had the team from Dr. Lamone doing the alcohol, I know we ran out, but it was so unique. When Bacardi did it, it was just, here's your drink. There was nothing special to it. We had those bulbs and all those fun things that they made from Dr. Lamone. That added a bit of pizzazz to making this event fun for those that are buying into making the donations to get their tables. So I think for when we take it over for next year, because I'm pretty sure this will be our final year working with, obviously, it'd be the final year working with Mayor Sid. I'm not sure about Joseph or not. I'm not sure if he'll continue or not. But definitely, I think that whether Josh or Tony wins, they're both going to want us to be more in the forefront and them in the back front. So hopefully that works out. So that's what we're planning on that. That's kind of what we brought up with that. Definitely want your input on the park.
Mhm.
And what we're specifically trying to do is we're trying to take the best of what is out there. I know Punta Gorda has one. I know that there's another city up in Naples has one. I think does Parkland have one? Not Parkland, or they're considering building one of their new places. What I want to do is I want to find my goal for this park, or our goal for this park, sorry, is to see this section be more autism friendly. It's still disability friendly, but we have a disability park. We have the Boundless Park, which is over here. That's kind of open to those with wheelchairs and those who have the ability to still climb a bit. This is more like soft ground, you fall and it doesn't hurt. I want it to be like that kind of cushiony type thing, fun environment. And then in some of those activities where you're playing with gears, you're playing with things that stimulate their brain, all sensory. And the Parks Department, what we've talked to them already is we've narrowed down basically 3 locations that we think we could do this in, and it will be the 3 different places have 3 different sizes. So the last thing that we talked about with the town manager was talking with him about those particular places and seeing which one they think is the best, and going to council and saying, okay, we've now got the first stop here of what we think, which we're going to be presenting next week. is that we think that it could be in one of these three locations. And the goal here is to determine how to build it, what it's gonna cost, how we can get grants to cover half of it, or if not all of it. And having the board do maybe fundraising to find out, put the finalizing part into making it complete, and then do a blueprint program, and then we'll do a timeline of how long it'll be. So with any information you can put to us is great, because right now we're just in the start phase of this. This is gonna be a 2 to 3 year project.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's at least two sources of money that you can probably tap into. So I give you the information.
Okay, that sounds good. And you're welcome to stay if you'd like for the rest of the meeting. We're just gonna be going over our report. Thank you, appreciate it.
You're fine.
Okay, guys, next is to check the minutes. Let's go look over the minutes. Thank you, Bessie, for adjusting these.
No, no, fine.
Madeline? Madeline? Yeah, that's right, it was Madeline. If I pause, if I get lost, if you see me fade out, wave at me, please. I'm on a brand new medication and it's causing me to do that a lot. You know, I know it's terrible. Give me a headache all the time.
We got you.
This one doesn't say. And she was president. The Adam's address of the. Which has roll call, just says member.
Okay,
No, who would fix these her right, that she did
Yeah.
these.
so we can let her know that. Other than that one thing, anything else? I don't see anything else myself. You guys good with it?
I moved to approve the minutes.
Okay,
And
second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Minutes approved. All right, you guys ready to dive into this? Let's start with the presentation to council, then we'll get into the calendar to make sure our calendar is up to date. So I did two things here. I think I've narrowed down the budget properly. And I think I wrote down basically the explanation of what we're doing in a broad tense. And I put an event calendar together that's also in a broad tense, so it's not completely detailed. So when we get to like workshops, if they ask what workshops, we're gonna have to tell them at the meeting. We have one planned. We have the dates planned for the other ones, and we're working on guests and stuff as we go along. I assume that should be fine. Because realistically, we did this for 3 or 4 years with the same council, and they didn't have a problem with it then. So I'm assuming that they're gonna see that, okay, well, you guys kind of know what you're doing, so. That's the reason why we don't have hey, how you doing, sir? Good. Have a good night. You too. So we should be good, so. Written statement never changes, the member rosters are still here as the people that we are, and here is your budget. I included the new setup of the budget that you gave me. So it should match this specifically unless they changed it since I printed it.
No, I double checked this one.
Okay, good. And I moved the $9,330 into the I think it was social and recreation.
I think so.
So everything is in there. And remember, our budget isn't set so that it eats up every dollar that's in there. It's just what we think we're gonna wind up spending, so I gave everything a bump. We already have in here a planned budget of $500 for the Festival of Lights, which is also gonna be on our agenda today. So we have $500 to spend,
So that's in here.
that's in here. I included every event, these are gonna become our staple events.
Mhm.
What's in here, these are things that we plan to do always. Anything outside of that, we'll add as we go along, that's the one that we'll take to a council member and say, look, can you put this on your agenda? No, if it doesn't need. to be. Just look over that real quick and see if everything in the numbers, I know the numbers are all correct. If you see down below at the very bottom, it'll show you that after the year is over, we will have a remaining balance of $17,000. This is not including the gala money we presented. So when we finish spending all the money that we spend, we actually still have 17,000 left. Which is good. We'll have plenty of money to continue buying venue and doing this. Ellen,
Hello, John, I have a comment.
yeah,
So I added everything and I got a slightly different total.
really,
After expenses.
what'd you get?
It's not only $900 off, so I mean, it could
Oh.
be, I mean, it could be worse. I got 16,849.78.
Left?
Yes, so it was 28,000 total expenses.
So the full budget was 44,849.78.
Oh, the union here? Yeah, we have to go under. They got
Yep, she's right. I will fix that. $16,849.78. Is how much we'll have.
Since you're right.
I don't know where I missed the 900, but I missed it somewhere.
It's okay.
Okay, so I'll make that correction. So other than that, everything else looks correct?
Just another comment, because that's something that council was mentioning.
Hmm.
So you had it in the one that you would have presented in September, I think it was. The top part, the giveaways and promo items,
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to just kind of like
Yeah.
explain it at least.
Yeah, I would put like, sensory toys.
Yeah, that's what we had last.
Yeah.
That's what you-
like,
well, you
put
are
all
on
the
it.
detail, just so that.
details to those. Giveaways are the things that we're giving away at the events.
Right, yeah.
What is promo items? That was our event
Marketing.
marketing tools.
Yeah.
The flyers, etc. Is $1,000 in giveaways good enough? It'd be more. I
I
think
think
we
it
did
should
it.
be more.
I think we did that because we only have a budget of 2,720. You know what? Leave it as it is,
Then again,
because we're gonna get a check,
Right.
yes,
and then when we go to the next one, we'll increase all the numbers.
let's leave it how it is.
Yeah.
It's already pretty much set.
Okay. All right, then, under initiatives and events, these are the highlight sections. We have the special needs safety program, the upgraded name. Existing programs that we have the Art Your Autism Information Dojo program. Board events are a Pain with a Twist, art exhibit, and the Mayor's Gala. Holiday events include the 4th of July, Veterans Parade, Light of the Lights, Halloween event at the Youth Center. And grants and donations are Assistance for Hope for Autism, Gigi's Playhouse, and I put more in case someone comes to us and we want to say yes to it. Future programs include stuff that I think you had mentioned that Arts for Autism wanted to do a new style of classes, right? So I put that in there,
Oh.
or then not classes, maybe she was gonna start doing trainings or something. It's been so long now, that I don't remember. Well, whatever that is. Then we got the autism bike ride that Isle and Alice let us know about from NIC.
And I see.
The
Uh,
neighborhood improvement.
the inclusion 5K, which we've assigned to our good friend here, who will be taking care of that.
Question, did we ever vote on that?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Anything that's on here, we voted on. We voted on the 5K, we voted on the playground, and we also voted on the movie. We all voted that we were gonna do them. That's what we said. The vote was, do we do it? And the answer was yes. Which is fine, because you don't need anything else other than that. There's nothing in the plans yet. We voted to say yes to it. We haven't started the process of building it. You know, it's like when someone wants to build a house, we say, yeah, we're gonna build a house. We don't start building it right away.
That. Playground concept, when are they starting to work on that? Here's the reason why I asked, I was listening to Lori the other day, at Angels Reach. She has a playground set that she's not using. She thought it was like $200,000, she's not using it, she has it on storage. And she's planning on selling it really affordable,
Well, then we would wanna buy that.
and it's big.
I wouldn't tell, you need to tell her that we need to get pictures and maybe take a tour of it, so we can look as a board to see if it's something we wanna hold on to while we're in the process of doing this. Cause if she wants to sell it, I'm sure she's gonna sell it, somebody else is gonna buy it, if it's what we're looking for.
So start going, sideways or up, down, I don't even know where that's going.
That's not bad.
No?
No, that's not bad. That's a really nice playground set. That was in the back of the school, wasn't it? I remember. that.
Yeah. So she told me that, I don't remember how much she signed up for, but I think it's a
That's,
really good
that's a
opportunity.
really good opportunity. It's got a walk around, it's got climbing walls. That's cool. Still missing some things that we would have to add to it though, but that's a start. Yeah, let her know that we're gonna talk to her about it. I need to get this presented to council first, so that they know we're still in the process of doing it, because the first thing we do is we have to select what site it's gonna be at and get Parks and Rec to say, yes, that's gonna be fine. Because then after that, we have to do the blueprints for what that space is and what we can and can't put in there and what have to be done to the ground to make it happen.
You mean to present the playground concept in general, or to present what he just showed you?
No, in general.
Okay,
We have, before we can even take that, we have to get this stuff approved.
yeah, because we need to know what space we even have
Right.
for it.
So when Parks and Rec can say, okay, you know, because it's gonna be a decision that Parks and Rec are gonna have to give us an answer as to which one they think is good too. And then between the two of us, we have to go to the council, and the council's gonna have to debate, okay, which space can we give them? And based on what kind of a budget we would have to be able to build this, you know, like, for example, the space that's next to Royal Oaks Park that he suggested is ready to build. The concrete's already there, and the grass is where we would be building this stuff in. Problem is that it's really small. So the space behind Mary Collins that we looked at is perfect because it's completely covered. But that ground is probably gonna have to be raised. That's gonna be a fee, and we're gonna have to pay a company to raise that ground because it's floodplain. So it floods all the time. So we need to be higher and move the water around. So that's gonna take a whole study to do, but it's a better spot for it because it's bigger, wider. It's already in a park, and the Veterans Committee, I think, who helps run and manage the park, said they wanted to help us do something with that park too. A long time ago, the head of that board talked to us about doing that. So there's opportunity there too.
So veterans, they help.
I don't know, understand the concept of how this works,
No,
but
I don't
I was
think
at the last,
because of-
no, they were partially in charge of two. Because they got it renamed, they have to manage something. I don't remember what it is.
Okay, that's,
I just remember that he was telling me, well, since we have control of how this park is managed, since they've told us that we have to help manage it, we would love for you guys to have a space here. When we first brought this up, that's what happened during the first meeting. So I just been here for a long time now, been over half a year. Okay, and the movie thing, of course, as well. Did you guys get a chance to read it?
Did it change?
A couple of things changed, but not much. I included the bi-monthly class schedule and then quotations saying a guest to be determined at a later date, stuff like that.
I have a question, when you put special needs social program, that will coincide with our Arts for Autism dance class program?
Yeah.
And
So
what
Arts
do you
for
mean by-
Autism is the only program that we actually functionally run right
No, I understand, but what do you mean by it will coincide?
now. It'll join the team. The dojo program and the animation classes are now joining our programs list.
Cause I don't know, like, if that word can be confusing. Does it coincide?
No, like-
To me, it's like it's happening at the same time,
Right,
or like together
it sounds like
somehow.
it's happening other things. They at the same time.
Okay. Find me a better word, please.
I don't know, like when I
That's the
read
word.
it, like, I mean, that's how I took it, like, will coincide, like,
Join our family of programs. who
yeah,
join our-
that sounds good.
Okay, join our family of programs. I like that. Join.
I don't know, family, but that sounds good. Or a group of program.
The group.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody say something.
I like family, it sounds more,
Yeah, it's just.
more
sentence.
close, more related, more happy, more, yeah. Technically, families are supposed to be happy, so
Of course.
drama free.
Okay, so it'll now say that will join our family of programs, including Arts for Autism. Including the Arts for Autism dance classes. Which have now. So I'm gonna make some edits because the way it's changing tenses. So that will join our family of programs, including Arts for Autism dance classes, which we have now moved into 3 classes with 3 sessions per year at a time. Sound good, everybody?
Mhm.
Well, the link that I sent earlier is about Jiu-Jitsu class for kids with special needs. That they're doing here in Miami.
Is the 4th of July sensory room included in here? Like in the budget?
Yeah. Like this. The front.
No, no, that. The bench.
No. You're right. What the hell is not in there? Okay, so that'll have to be added then. So 4th of July. What is a budget for that?
Did we make it the 900 that you have? The difference.
No, it's still gonna go down.
I was just trying to.
That's
make
funny.
it-
That's funny. What did we spend on that last? Was it 250 or was it 5?
How much for the 900? Like, no, that was lesser than this.
I don't remember how much we spent.
Mhm. That was about like,
But the one that can count as giveaways though.
I think that's why. I
Why
did-
$1,000?
Yeah, I don't think that would work. So let me check my emails here and see if I have a email to Clarissa with a receipt.
and it would be under social. media.
Well, we spent $386 on Amazon. for the sensory items.
Yeah, cause we have the stuff, but that, we have it in the bin, so.
Yeah, now we have that in the bin.
Remember how much we spent on that headphones?
I don't have the receipt here, no. It's gotta be, it
No,
was at least
It was
$700. They were on sale.
There's 7.
$6.99, $7.99.
Each,
So 8 times 25 would be 200.
We didn't provide any food or anything, we just did that, so $250. Want to do $250 or 5?
I'd say just do 5, cause I think it'll be safer. And then if we don't use it, then we're good, but
Okay.
yeah. Cause if we decide to get like sensory toys and all of that, like what, I mean, I know that we have the giveaways and promo.
Well, there's
but
other
it
stuff.
can
that we
also
want.
fall under that.
Cause there were some things that I brought from my home and we brought from our homes that worked really well, like the bean chairs and stuff like that, so next year we should buy our own. Cause mine are falling apart. So let's make it 500. I motion to make the 4th of July event, a continuous $500 budget. All those in favor? Motion passes. Oh, and let the record know that Madeline is here. And that we love her very much. Okay, so forgive me, I'm not very good at math, so
Oh, we
849.
noticed that with a $900 car.
Okay, so now it's 16,349.70.
At least you're better at scaling.
And that would be
Right, sorry, go.
what bucket for social and recreation.
Yeah, it'll come under social.
Would it be community?
Okay.
No, no,
Social and rec-
Social recreation, it's an event. Okay. Anyone else see anything else on the wording? Officer Amador, do you have anything to say?
I'm sure she's okay.
Sorry. I don't have any comments on this. So if you, I just have comments on the events, just to clarify.
Okay. Do you have any comments?
I think
All right, then I motion to pass the report with the following changes, please. An adjustment to the budget to add details to our community awareness and to add the 4th of July to social and recreation events.
Hold on, we lost. Sorry about
I
that.
motion to approve the report with changes to adding,
Let's go.
adding details
Thanks, sir.
to community awareness. You ready for the next one?
This was the best. Is it? No.
Adding 4th of July to events. Budget of 500
Yeah, we already put that one.
and adjusting total budget number left to $16,349.78. As
Second.
one more, as well as changing the words in the second paragraph regarding our programs.
I think we could just put with the,
I'm gonna change.
with the changes noted, no, like, I don't think we have to.
You have to be serious. How,
I don't think we have to be
do I-
that
can I just say
specific.
changes noted, or do I have to be very,
What was the
Precise.
change? I'm sorry, I was calculating. I'm sorry, something still seems off. I didn't get 16,000, so I was doing it again.
Okay, so he's making a motion
Yes.
to edit, but he's like detailing every edit, isn't it, with the changes spoken about, isn't that like enough?
That's enough.
Yeah,
You can just. Did you like write the changes like yourself?
I was starting to, it's a lot, so that's why I was wondering, like. Cause I think in the past, like, oh, with the like, the minutes, for example, okay, approve, motion to make the changes.
Yeah, as long as you just, I guess, like make note.
Okay,
It's not like.
okay,
I'm trying this one more time,
no, that's fine,
not you,
oh,
Yeah.
the math.
everybody.
I don't know if it's me or what, but I feel like life right now has
16,389.
349.
Yes, I'm sorry, 349.
Okay, that's what I
So
have.
he did it right then?
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm thinking like, they should be playing right now a soundtrack of the music from Benny Hill.
Yes.
Mhm.
Theme show.
You're right.
That's
16,349.78.
Yes. Because the expenses, it just went up 500, so instead of being 28,000, it was 28,500.
Okay, I motion to present the council with the changes notated.
Exactly.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Now on to the next thing, which is approving the additional piece that's being presented, which is our calendar. This is now our official calendar. Remember, anything we want to do in between there, we can add as we go, but this is the lockdown calendar. So I put in there November and December since we have that coming up. Then January through December, page 2. Page 7, 8, page 9, 8, 9 are the pages. In here.
November, December, 2023.
So take a look at this and see if there's anything wrong with it.
Ooh, Festival of Lights, that's right.
There you go.
Do you know what?
Actually, that needs to change. I'm gonna make that change. The Festival of Lights event with Getting Gators. I'm taking out with Getting Gators because I've decided we're not gonna do a table with them. Because now that Arts for Autism is gonna have our kids performing on the stage. Since it's gonna be the second stage, I wanna have our table by that stage. But we'll talk to her about that when we get to that section. But otherwise, take a look at this and please see if everything looks good.
Do you think we need a table?
We have a budget for it. Last year we gave away
Candy game,
candy canes. This year I would suggest we go. Take a
candy
look.
game.
No. Sensory toys.
Well,
We did not do the Halloween event, so this would be the last event we could do of the year.
Doesn't matter if it's great.
Well, yes.
what if? This is what if. Instead of having a table. We have the stage. And we have whoever's presenting, hey, we have this and like try to make it interactive. Hey, we have a raffle for this, or we come over, kids come here to pick up a toy.
That's a Graham's question, and that is a question
Yeah,
we should be asking 2 months ago.
No, but we,
I wasn't here too.
Arts for Autism has a stage for 3 minutes
Oh,
for their performance.
November.
And then there's gonna be another one, and there's one before us, like, there's like a schedule.
okay.
The last year, the lady,
They plan this way ahead.
yeah, we would need to, if next year, I would think that'd be amazing. We should sponsor the second stage next year. I think that'd be great.
Hopefully next year, our kids can be on the main stage. But we wanted to start then.
If we did a partnership or a number of partnerships, this is just a crazy idea. We could partner with a lot of these groups in the community, some of the therapy centers and Arts for Autism and Hope for Autism and a whole bunch of groups, and we could take that second stage and we could have them do a whole bunch of fun things for the that would be really cool to showcase our kids.
No,
I don't know how it would work though, cause if it's not for profit, but when it's for profit, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
They
but it-
can help like with sponsor, but I don't know
Help
about
with the
the part.
sponsor. We would, well, the part, when we say partner, I'm using the word, it's like. We would ask them all to participate. There's the
yeah,
word I was
we
looking
can go to each. Or a few handful of
for. You
therapy
guys,
centers,
you wanna, if they wanna do something or.
so to do one show for, yeah.
Performance. And if they wanna sponsor, for the companies that are not non-for-profits, if they wanna help sponsor, we can put them on a banner.
Yeah, but even if they're for profit. They'll be doing an event with kids and they're not gonna be paying for it.
We already agreed on that. That's the
Oh.
agreement. The idea is that we just want them all to perform something. If they want to do it. So that would be kind of cool for next year. Let's time wise aside, we'll have to think about it. This year, we can't do that. We have money, we have the ability to do a table, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Whether we wanna do it or not. But is there anything else on here, or is this all good?
So are we gonna have a table or not?
Let's get this one done first.
That's what I'm saying for December.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, November, the Festival of Lights. Are
Well, we
having-
agreed to
So
be
it
there.
doesn't matter.
So we already agreed on that.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. For the purposes of the calendar, it doesn't matter. It just-
It's an
we just
agenda
wanted-
item.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
whether we have the table or just the kids perform, it's still.
Oh, okay, cause if they ask, like, we don't even, well, we don't need to give them details, it's just a matter of them seeing the calendar, that's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
Cause if they
yes.
decide to ask questions, oh, okay, what are you guys gonna? be
Well, we're
doing
gonna
there?
answer that question here after we finish this, because it's on our agenda as a separate item.
Okay, perfect. I don't want them to ask the question and then I
Right now,
know what we're saying.
Scheduled.
No, no, I get it,
Gonna
right.
happen.
So I need you guys to look through this, please, and let me know if you think there's anything else. Or if it's okay.
April number 4 is arts, the autism, not arts, the autism. The resource there.
Or
Oh, words of, oh, okay. Want me to look at it?
now we will have a meeting after.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something of it. It's really weird, but that's how it's called. As you guys see, I left the Mrs. Claus thing on there for another year. But it's potential. We're not gonna focus on it for this year because it's too short, and I know that there was some complications with where they were gonna put them, so.
Where it says SNAP art exhibit and fair, what kind of fair? Is it a resource fair?
But it was an exhibit and fair,
No,
like,
just don't exhibit.
Just an art
so we're
exhibit,
not gonna have any food or anything to do.
Yeah.
but it's not a, we don't call it a fair.
Call it a fair.
Because for me, a fair is like the youth fair, or if it's a resource or help, like some, I don't know. So just SNAP art exhibit.
And fair. It's easy.
yeah, we can-
I can have some animals come if you want.
That would be a petting zoo.
Oh, they call that a petting zoo?
I was gonna say, I don't know, we'll have enough space for too many politicians.
For just random thoughts, but for future events that we wanna do, food at, I was thinking. We should talk to some of the area bakeries and see if they wanna like join us as a sponsor. And they provide food, like the new BB's Bakery or something. Wouldn't that be kinda cool?
Yeah.
Is everybody good with this?
Yeah.
Alright, so the changes, no more, we take out with giving gators. Change hope to arts in April. And we take out and fair in October for the art exhibit.
Yeah.
I motion to pass it.
I said,
All those in favor?
Aye.
One. Wanted to mention, I can't find the date here, but the town has the annual, the Youth Activity Task Force, the Easter. The Easter,
Yeah, the spring fling.
the spring fling.
I think we agreed as a board 2 years ago to not be involved. Because it was way too much. And that, our kids could not handle that for the Easter. egg.
For the egg, yeah, there was, I remember there was something with the egg hunt. They were gonna have a separate one.
We thought about doing a separate one, but we haven't talked about that. Yet. That's all. That's the reason why spring fling is. Good,
Comment,
yeah.
just to make sure, so I guess more towards Vivian, since you know more about Hope for Autism. So they have Christmas party in December. Then they have the talent show in April. Then it's Arts for Autism Resource Fair also in April. And then Hope for Autism again, Christmas party in December, the following December.
Yeah.
2024.
And
I
then
think they have
the
something in
fashion show, right?
October, no?
Yeah, the fashion show.
We didn't put that on.
So there's talent show
No.
and
but-
Christmas party, that's it. I
Oh,
think.
yeah, the fashion show is not there.
You want me to add that? Where's it at? In November's?
November or October?
October, sorry.
Beginning of October.
October.
Yeah.
It's a fashion show.
Yeah.
Okay, so then related to that, so then there's. Not counting this December. So then we have April, their talent show. Then their fashion show in October, and then the third event is the Christmas party.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't, yeah, that was also included in the, yes, in the. Little chart for the budget. Are they all on there? I think so, yes. Talent show, fashion show, holiday, each for that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I missed the balance.
The fashion show.
So
So you need to.
we need to make that, add that to that. Number 3 is fashion show.
I make a motion to add the fashion show to October
A second.
in the calendar.
A
No,
second.
so far, this is fashion.
All those in favor?
I,
Motion passes.
So.
We'll be done with that?
And the thing is, it's.
yeah,
I broke it down.
Yeah.
I think I broke down those. I forgot to break down the community awareness. And then I forgot to break down. We all good on that? Moving on to the next agenda item. Approval of the final budget. There's nothing that we really have to do other than saying, now you see on the front of the report, this is the correct budget. Off of this is everything broken down, everything is in there. And then all I need to do is you guys to approve the number, so if we're all good on it, we can, I'll motion to say that the budget is now approved. Second,
the second.
all those in favor? Motion passes. Budget is approved. That's done after what, 7 months? Okay, now on to the Christmas lighting event. I called it Christmas lighting event. I don't know why I said that. So the Christmas event, what is it called?
Festival,
The what?
Festival of the Lights.
Yes, the Festival of the Lights. So do we want to have a table there? We had one last year and I thought it was, yes,
Yeah, I think
go ahead.
first, because I think I have, that was my item on the agenda.
It was? Festival of Lights?
Yeah, it's like, but about the performance.
Yes, well, I want to hear about the performance because.
So what I wanted to do is to get the kids. Costumes. I talked it over with Miss Audrey, and for example, like we can get Santa hats. For everybody, tutus that like light up for the girls. and like a necklace of, the Christmas light bulbs
Oh.
light up.
Oh, yeah, that's
So I-
great,
Thought we could use the money for that,
absolutely.
so that, like it makes a nice impression, so they're gonna wear their red Arts for Autism shirts.
My kids are in this too,
I know.
Really?
yeah,
So they, and the girls will wear the tutus and they'll all have the Santa hats. And if there's enough money, depending, there's also like these bracelets that have jingle bells. So that when they move their hands like the jingle bells.
so then my
'Cause I think they're
suggestion,
doing Jingle Bell Rock.
my suggestion to her is if she knows specifically what she wants for them to wear. I'm assuming that we can do this, can she just purchase everything she wants and then give us the total and we give her a check? Is that how that works? Can we do that way? Rather than
Would be
grabbing,
a donation. It's not over $700, I think, is the limit.
Correct.
yeah, it's 500 on this one.
It wouldn't be like our budget
It would
for
be,
the Festival of Lights.
Cause we're buying it for her, we're just letting her buy it now so that we're not wasting time trying to find it. Unless she's got a cart ready
mean,
for us to purchase.
No, you just get it on Amazon, and like.
We have
it's
an Amazon
covered in
account.
2 days, right?
Okay.
Like with the credit card, we just need to get it approved by
So
the
if-
actual
if
council
you-
next week.
Well, if we have an Amazon account, can she just select everything she wants and then send us that link that tells us,
Right, yeah.
this is everything we want, and then we send it to you guys and you just purchase it?
Yes, yeah, I need the exact link and the exact like quantity and everything, so.
Let's add to that.
But you're gonna be
since-
able to purchase it even though it hasn't been approved yet.
No, this is approved from last year. We got an approval, because we did this last year, remember?
Yeah.
We did this event last year, so we got that budget approved from last year.
Now, can we also go ahead and order the sensory funding? Will we be getting it off Amazon? I'm just saying, so we just place one order? Or do we do it separate?
For what?
Because if it gets voted to have the table, then to have the
Oh,
giveaway.
For the table, I was gonna say, if we're gonna do all this for Arts for Autism,
And no table.
we'll still have to do the table, but we won't have to, we have other giveaways. We have the bottles.
Okay, no, I'm just saying like if.
We
that's-
could give away bottles and bags. We could make little bags if you want, we could make, if, we could go buy. Not candy canes, maybe candy canes, I don't know, we could buy maybe like. 10 boxes of candy canes, not 500 candy canes like we bought last year. And
We
just,
still have candy game.
Okay, now, I think do we need to like vote for this? To purchase this?
yes,
She's, okay,
yes,
so
we would.
let's make sure to make the motion, so we approve.
Okay, then,
Honestly.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but I think it's like a waste of time to have the table there.
you do? Why? I'm just curious.
okay, just a question, who will manage?
Yeah, for starters, like who's gonna be at the table? 'Cause like.
You can't, I can't.
I can go.
We can't, cause our kids are.
He did it
performing,
last
so
year.
that-
Yeah, it was last year was
It's
Alejandro.
gonna be Crazy,
Yeah, last year he did it. I was thinking he was gonna do it again.
Yeah, I can do it.
and you think it was worth it, that it was like,
No, I don't think it was worth it. Because few things. One, we were set up at the end of Main Street. So we were away from the
All
whole crowd.
activity.
So that was one. If we were closer to where the center of the event is, maybe it's a different story, but we were far. We were by the entrance of the hotel.
With that being said, you said maybe it'll make a difference.
Maybe it'll make a difference because we had barely any traffic. The only traffic we were getting was the kids coming to get candy cane, and that was it. Now, the other thing that I see is the people that went to our table, 9 out of 10 were from out of town. They weren't from town, so I
Out of
couldn't,
the area.
I couldn't give them
I'm just
anything.
saying to slap all of the tablecloth, the this, the that, like, that's gonna be all on you. So is it really worth it, when we're gonna have, we're performing on the side stage, which is down that way
It's
It's
actually
not-
where it was last year. That's where you were at last year,
Right,
across the stage.
so basically, it's gonna be like the parents and family members of the kids that are performing. But it's gonna be earlier,
Right, which
which
is,
I'm grateful because at night, when they actually do the lighting, it's packed.
Mhm.
It's like, it's really packed. So,
and that has been why the reason I had suggested we see about partnering with Giving Gators to have our table, because they have the kids zone. So I thought we would put our table in with them, but we never got a chance to talk to them about it, so.
I think the best way to showcase ourselves is through the dance performance.
I agree with you.
Okay, then,
And
No
I-
table. no table. We will. I will,
What is true? No, and here's the thing, I agree with her because of, from the standpoint of exposure. We're gonna get more exposure from kids being on stage than from us being on a
but
table.
I'll take it a step further. It's my fault for not talking to these people earlier, because we would have had a spot in the front if I would have talked to them at the beginning of the year. So next year, we'll have a table closer to the front stage. And hopefully we can also get Arts for Autism on that stage. And that'll make a big difference for why we're there.
I have a question. Are they going to have a table there? Arts for Autism?
No,
No, okay. No, because I was gonna say, if they are, then maybe we can add our flyers, you know, like.
well,
okay, but
Giving
if they're
Gators
not-
has a whole section. Can we give them some flyers to put out for us? Would they be willing to do that? I mean, they work with us with a lot of other stuff.
I'm sure they won't have a problem.
So then let's just do that. So
Well, you
I,
know, we could have flyers with ourselves, you know. if
Then we'll
we
have
see
a-
Anybody, you know,
so we'll carry our own, but let's do this.
during the performance. But as far as ringing everything and setting up and sitting, having, you know, you or somebody else sit there for hours and hours.
It's a long
Right.
event too.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things
I-
that I saw last
I
year.
see no
it's a
problem,
really
I see no problem with that. I don't,
I do.
considering that we're involved in the dance thing now, we can't run the table anyway, so,
And I probably won't be there.
and you probably won't be there.
Like the Saturday nights.
I think for that type of event, we're better off walking around handing out
I think
flyers.
that sounds like a great
Yeah,
idea.
I think so
It's
too.
one of those events, if you see a family with someone that you think
So-
has special needs.
That's.
For
relative,
participation purposes then, will you be there?
well, yeah, I can go.
So you, me, and
I
Vivian,
think just
Madeline,
think about to everybody,
so then,
Yeah, well,
let's just bring our.
be like, oh, in case you know.
Are you coming,
someone,
officer?
you know, then-
Are you
I
coming,
have
Tom?
a
Yes. are you-
personal,
It's okay.
so I won't be here for the weekend.
All right, so it's just the three of us, so I'll bring us a stack of.
So, by the way, what day is it?
The 18th of November.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, we okay.
No, but it is Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, but no
No.
weekend.
No, it's
We
not.
can't.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weekend before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Isn't the third Thursday Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is the 23rd, I think.
No, it's the weekend after. Thanksgiving is the week after,
Yeah,
because I know this because that weekend is my weekend with the kids, and the following
Oh,
weekend is.
it's
Thanksgiving is on
Thursday.
the 23rd.
No,
It's the
no.
23rd.
No,
Thanksgiving.
I'm
is
on
the
24, girl.
See, you're on the wrong year,
I might skip a
right, hold on.
week of,
everybody,
a
I don't
month.
see you're going.
Well, you're skipping a whole year.
bring it back down over here. So I'm gonna motion
Okay, so
that
Saturday.
we skip the table. And that we take the funds that were planned for this event and we put them to Arts for Autism so that the kids in our community can go and dance on the stage.
And second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Now, Veterans Parade. So, we agreed to go to the Veterans Parade. I let Isle know, so she was already in there.
Actually, I think it's Gabby, no? We let Gabby and then.
Isle asked me directly.
Oh, okay.
She called me and she's like, I need to know, are you in or out? And I'm like, we're in.
Okay, okay. Making sure we're.
Oh, no, that's okay.
That's what I was coming here to find out. Who's going? When
I'm
is
going.
it?
Hopefully. not really.
So Jesse's going,
You
okay.
better go, because last year you didn't go.
I was gonna say, I went last year, don't
You
get.
just wanted to go last year because you were gonna ride at the Jeep.
No, I just enjoyed it.
No,
No, we had no idea. We're gonna like ride a horse, walk, like go. So, listen, every year it's a surprise, so it's like.
Just
It'll
when
be
we
like
got
rain-
here, it rained.
yeah, rain-
Started raining.
No, not if there's a,
Are you going, Madeline?
Mm-mm.
sorry.
So it's gonna be on Saturday the 11th?
It's this Sunday, the 5th.
It's this.
It's this Sunday. Yeah.
Also, then I thought it was next.
Why don't they do it
Well,
on the
guess
11th,
what?
which is Veterans Day?
I can go. I don't have the kids this weekend, so John is on there, so John and Jesse. Anyone else? Vivian,
Why don't they do it on the 11th, which is Veterans Day? Then a Saturday.
why don't you ask? me?
Veterans Day is the 10th, sweetheart, the Friday,
It's in Veterans Day, the 11th.
the 10th.
Isn't the gala next week? I'm never gonna let you off on that one. I walk in and what does he say to me? Oh, I'm ready. I've got my tux. I'm ready for the gala this weekend. I'm like, you're
Yeah.
joking, right?
Veterans Day, it's every year on the 11th.
That's.
Oh, it's observed on the 10th.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, I'm not working.
Okay, so,
Wait, it's Sunday before, the Sunday before, whatever that falls on.
Gabby, do
Yes.
we have a Jeep secured for us?
You should.
Okay.
I believe that's why I was calling.
That's why she asked. Okay,
It may or may not be a Jeep, so that's what I said.
well, whatever.
We've had.
Well, it's a
truck, we've
you.
had a Jeep.
It's not a you though. I can tell you that. If it's a Tesla, I'm walking. Okay, so those three.
I want another. I'm not a-
I don't know, but
All right, I'd like the motion that we will be participating and that the three of us will be in.
Okay.
All those in favor?
I,
Motion passes. Old business is, all right, karate program, go ahead.
Oh, and I'm sorry, just reminder to be there at 8 AM on Sunday to line up the parade.
Where is it gonna be the lineup?
usually, it's behind the.
By El Novillo.
No,
In
no.
that window?
By
No,
El Novillo,
by
you know what Novillo is?
You know where
This is the
Jose
bank?
Montalitos
Yeah,
is?
bank.
The Chase Bank.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
right there, that's where they had the table set up,
The Chase Bank?
yeah, which used to be.
On the
Chase,
other
but
side.
Oh, you
on
mean
the
that big
back.
blue building?
No,
the
but it's on
old-
the side,
Yeah.
like the.
Towards.
The parking lot for the movie theater,
Okay,
and
No,
across the
more.
street is San Novillo.
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's
Yeah,
San Novillo,
the movie
Novillo's
theater,
across the
yeah,
street from the
Yeah, but
parking lot for the movie
but
theater.
it's behind the parking lot here.
But to get
It's
over
with
there, it's
medical.
behind where you're saying.
Yeah, but
because
he might
the
get
park
confused,
back
so you
there.
better go
Yeah,
to-
it's the same street as the farmer's market, you know that
It's where
street curves?
It's where the medical building is,
you mean
isn't it?
new barn?
Yes, medical building.
Where the medical building is, the orange, I think it's still orange, I don't know.
Okay, so
But
the
it's
back is
New
new barn
Barn
and
and
there's
Bull
a
Run.
medical building here.
Okay.
I heard Isle talking today, I
Oh.
heard New Barn and Bull Run. I don't know if that's,
The thing is to get there, the 6-7 is gonna be completely closed. So to get it, you have to go from the back, which is Meadow Walk. On the back side.
Oh,
By
I-
El
What are you
Novillo.
guys are talking about? You go past the bridge, the little walkway.
The
and,
park with the
Right
bridge,
through
yeah.
there, that's
Okay.
the way to get in. because
And it's
everything's
a
gonna be
medical building with Pediatrics Associates.
yes,
Gotcha. Okay,
behind that building is where they
Oh,
park the
I
Jeep, and then next to it, there's a bank, across the street, there's a bank,
there was a bank.
there was a
Yeah.
bank, and that's where they were setting up.
That big blue building was a Chase Bank. It's
So
gone.
we have to be there at 8 AM.
8 AM?
Yes.
What time is the
Well, the
lunch?
good thing is, I think it's daylight
That's
savings.
what the lights
Daylight
is brilliant.
savings time.
That's all the lights, yeah, that's all the lights, we don't know what time is the performance, we're still waiting on that.
Oh, okay.
So,
But probably sometime in the afternoon.
Right, cool. All right,
I think the whole like festival lights is 3:30 to 7:30.
Yep,
Jesse, tell us about your karate program. What's the newest and most important? Go ahead. I saw the emails and I think, I am 100% sure we presented it in the last presentation we did. It was in there.
I had a feeling, but like, since things have been
So
going
you're
back
gonna
and forth for a while, I didn't know if we had to like. Represent it, but Sensei sent us like his availability, which I don't know why it's not showing right this time.
do we finally have a location?
The location more than likely is gonna be. At the youth center because of the time, because we had said we wanted it to be after school, because if it was the morning, then it would be Royal Oaks. Now, I think it's a matter, I wasn't sure, I was asking Gabby, like, is this something that we need to vote on the time, or is this just something that we hand over to Parks and Rec and then they figure it out with the sensei?
We approved the program. We approved that we were gonna fund it. All that's left now is for Parks and Rec to finish
Date
the
and time,
paperwork.
please.
Yeah, so they like. The earliest he has is 3:30 and then the late 3:30 to 4:30. And then the 4:30 to 5:30. We had said from the get-go it would be once a week. We said we're gonna do it for 10 weeks, which this is already voted on, so we don't need to vote on again. So it's all a matter of the time. I was thinking the 4:30 to 5:30.
I agree.
Because, so I don't know if that's something, Gabby,
Mhm.
that we need to, like, I don't know if to tell Manny. And I think Sensei is ready to start as soon as we tell him, so I don't know, like, how this information will be relayed, like. Do I need to send another email? Do we
How,
need to
how do
copy
people sign
Sensei?
up? How do people sign up?
Yeah, we need to have like an open house or something like that, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, they need to hold open house.
No,
So,
how do we do
the
that?
next
Cause I
step-
know I was asking last time, but I wasn't sure.
So the next step would be for Parks and Rec to get approval for the space and time. And then if they want us to, we can join them and we can put some money behind it if we need to for an open house event. And then what we did for Arts for Autism's open house was at the youth center too. We had some food and then people came and got to know about the program. So what we
No,
would
that
do,
was already happening, no? What we
That's-
did at the
that's-
youth center was.
they did it on their own. Didn't she
Exactly.
do it on her own?
It wasn't the open house for them. I don't remember how we did for Arts for Autism. I don't remember doing an open house. That's why I don't know how to
They
go
were
about it.
part of, the town does an open house for their programs,
Mm-hmm,
and they were part of it.
okay,
That's how people.
Got it.
Signed up, you know, and on top of it, Miss Audrey, like, online, you know, she has her followers.
Yeah, so we have to do some promotion. What I would probably recommend is that we find a time for the set time for these things to start, to do an open house, so people can come and meet him. We do some promotion for it on the town's website, on the town's social media, maybe put some ad dollars behind the promotion. But we need a date from the town when we could do a open house and when they would like to start scheduling after that open house. Because all these events need to start after that open house. So if he wants to start, and he's ready to start, and they're ready to start. That would mean December should be open house and January should be the start of the program. My suggestion.
Also, does he already have students that will be learning?
I don't believe so, if I remember correctly, we haven't opened it up and we hasn't been official, so we have no applications. No requests, nobody really knows it's out there until it gets done.
I
I mean,
would
even though
suggest-
he is at Sensei already, so I don't know if he might have, like, I don't know how that would work.
That's fine. I would suggest talking to Manny. Let's say, okay. We're gonna be presenting this on November 18th. It's already been 14th,
14.
14th.
Tuesday, pretzel delight week.
Thank you. November 14th, that it's already been approved, but we're gonna remind the council that it's been approved and that they're gonna be starting soon. I would suggest to Manny that on the same day, if he can, present to the council that they are ready for the program and that we would like to do a town open house for that program in December. We would open, find a date, pick the date, we'll come as a board and back them up. As I think I remember talking to Mr. Peterman. Peterman, right?
Peterman,
Mr. Peterman, if we wanted to do something small, doesn't need town approval anyway, like we wanna put a little budget of $250 to buy food and drink to help them with the presentation, and then $100 towards the ads, which we've already approved for ads when we do ads. We could promote open house, this program, come see us, we can have the town make a flyer for it. I think December would be good to do it in, or January to do it, and then whenever that one starts, the next month after that is when we would start the program.
I would think better January, so it can have some traction, because from here. First of all, December is kind of a crazy month,
Okay,
and then I think, you know, so we can give it some time, promote it. Either January or even February, not that I would wanna wait for it, but I would want like a good turnout, but I mean.
I don't think December is the month to.
okay, then
Yeah.
let's do it in January. Let's have an open house in January and we would start classes in February.
And I'm sorry, for the time you said 3:30 to 4:30?
4:30 to
4:30 to 5:30, what day of the week?
He has a few, so I guess it would be a matter of our time, like what we have available
To me.
at the youth center.
To me, as a
Cause I know they have different things, like they have the archery, I think they're doing at Optimus, but.
Is
'cause
this gonna be a
there needs to
weekend thing
be-
or a weekday?
Weekday, after
I would
school.
say Thursdays.
Thursday's
Tuesdays
an
or
option.
Thursdays?
It's either Tuesday or Thursday.
I was gonna say Tuesday or Thursday.
That's usually the best days for those anyway. Which one do you guys think is better, Tuesdays or Thursdays?
Whatever is available and works for.
I would say Tuesday.
Yeah, the once a week, yeah, cause we said we wanted to do like a pilot program before cause at first it was like a whole year, and we're like, wait, so we're doing 10 weeks, once a week. And then we'll see how that goes, and then,
So let's start with suggesting to Manny Tuesdays at 4:30. If Tuesdays are not available, then Thursdays at 4:30. Youth Center's already been determined as where it's going to be, and that we would like to do an open house in January to let students know about open enrollment. And then in February is when we would start the program, so they can present all of that to the council and get it approved, and then we can go ahead and put. By December, maybe if they get it all approved in November's council meeting, in December, we can vote, or January, we can vote, doesn't matter. On the budget for the party and what we would want to have there.
And the dojo's already included, right?
It's in there. So I think that works fine. Is everybody good in agreement with that?
Sounds good.
Okay, I don't think we have the motion on that, but can you let Manny know, or do you want to follow up?
I
with me?
think that's motion, just in case. So have the open house
Oh,
in
Yes,
January.
you
I
can-
think
and then you
that
can
would-
bring it up to council,
Yeah,
because they might, yes, you did like mention the dojo program last time. But that way you're saying, we also want to do an open house.
okay. Then I motion that we open, that we hold an open house for the dojo program in January. Budget, $250 out of community awareness.
Your second.
All those in favor?
I- No discussion? Okay.
What do you want to say?
I wanted to up it from 250.
You do?
Mhm.
What do you want to?
Wow,
Why?
it's cushion and you wanna provide food, you said?
Just, yeah, food and drink.
250, I don't know if that will be enough. Depending on what you get.
I think it's gonna be like.
I mean, I don't know what deal you guys get, but I know from the events that we do, the prices have dramatically gone up.
Okay,
Like the last time we did an event, we had to spend like $10,000 just to.
well, we're not doing.
that great.
Just to give you.
I don't know what to say.
The finger food,
Okay.
so.
But it's,
okay.
but I'm saying it's 500 and then you don't.
500. All right, I motion to edit the price to 500. All those in favor? Motion passes. Because we've already got a budget for social media promotions, so when the flyer's created, we put that budget behind it. I think that was a yearly budget that we promoted. So, okay, once we get approval from council to have the event, and then Parks and Rec can come up with a time to do it in January for us and youth fair. As soon as they let us know, then we'll start having the flyer created and get some promotion. Yeah. On to new business, the NIC autism bike ride. Abby, do you have information directly on this? Because they didn't give me much.
I don't think too much, April. April 6th, 2024. For April Autism Awareness Month, it would just be a bike ride. They were looking to partner with this committee. Let me see if I.
Well,
have anything.
I think that we should do it.
April 6th,
Yes.
bike ride.
Oh, and then for the ride that they'll ask participants to wear blue in honor of autism awareness.
I think
If
we should
interested,
do it.
please discuss and vote on this on your next meeting.
So
And that
all
she'll
we have
send
to do
the,
is,
like, more information.
all we have to do is vote that we want to do it. Because that's like we did with everything else. We're gonna vote to say we're gonna do it, and then we can come up with details later. So I motion to say that we would like to participate in the NIC autism bike event. All those in favor?
Alright,
Motion passes.
That's one.
I suggest
April
that we
6th.
have a close to the meeting,
Uh-huh.
so we can.
When's their next meeting?
Let me double check.
Speaking of meetings, are we happy to December meeting?
That was also something I was gonna bring, and January also.
I suggest December, yes, because it'll be early December, January, no, because I'm gonna be finished.
July.
No, I think
Most
we can-
people, because
Do you
school
wanna
doesn't
have-
start back up till like the
Okay, but
8th or the 9th.
Do you wanna have a
Right.
meeting in January still? We can have it late in the middle of the month. 'Cause we have
Just
to-
realize you just decided to have that open house in January.
Yeah,
Right, so we're having a meeting in December.
Okay.
November 15th, is that what you have for NIC?
8:30 p.m.
Uh-huh.
8:30?
That's what I have, 8:30.
I see something here, but I
8:30
can't, I
a.m.?
have to go to the other.
Yeah.
calendar.
No, PM.
Yeah.
November what?
November
15th
15th.
maybe, let me just double check.
That's what I have here.
Really late. So it's like,
After these activities.
Yes, 8:30 p.m.
So we need that information from Manny for our December meeting.
When is the library
I
again?
think that'll be okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh.
now, is that something, Gabby, that you would send an email to,
For,
or Manny for the time slot? Or time suggestion?
yeah, you can tell, I can tell.
Okay. I'll write back to him then in the thread.
Yeah, so tell him, if you remember this right, tell him
4:30 to 5:30, preferably to 1:30.
Tuesday or Thursday, that has to be Thursday. And that we wanna do the open house. Please make sure to present this to council when you go on the 14th, because we're going to go to the 14th.
So then you want him to be here?
He should be, shouldn't he?
Cause I had asked Gabby, she said since we had already voted on it, that he didn't, but if you guys want, he told me that he'd be.
Does he
willing
have
be
to do
here.
it or can we do it?
I think you guys can do it.
Then we,
That's
can
what
do it.
she said.
Since it's already included in your committee report. and-
Then tell him that we need a date. When you email and say we need a date in January for the youth center. Maybe it is 4:30 on a Tuesday or Thursday, but a date in that time that we can host the open house before the program starts in February.
Okay.
So the first week of February should be the start of the program. Then like the second to last week of January should be the open house. You give everybody 2 weeks to get started. Right? So we need a date. First of all,
Preferably beginning, or not, maybe the second week of January. To give it
second week of January is when everyone's back at school. So everyone's back home. Everyone should be here. I'm thinking. That third week of January, because right here, the 14th through the 20th,
Yeah, but if we wanna start at the beginning of February, it's not too close.
no, because the beginning of February is 2 weeks away. January ends on. Thursday of that, so 2 weeks later, we still have a whole nother week before February starts. So if we had it, because everyone's gonna be crazy coming back home from vacation,
The 18th or the 25th?
you know, it would be the 16th or the 18th. 16th or 18th. I tell them that either the 16th or 18th of January, can we use the youth center at 4:30 to do an open house? Once he
Okay, so
gives
we
us a
need to-
yes,
And then I also need to reach out to Sensei to see if he's available.
yes,
Cause
we need to find out if he's available.
Yes. Program.
So that's the tentative dates.
And then starting the classes when in February?
It'll be in February, sorry. We'll either wind up being the 6th or the 8th.
The first week,
Mhm.
full week.
Everybody cool with that? Is it a good idea?
Sounds good to me.
Then once you give me that date, I can present it when we talk to the council, say, by the way, we would like to do an open house. We want your approval for that on the 18th at 4:30. Then he doesn't have to come. We can just tell Manny we got approved, and then we're good to go.
Now, my concern, well, I guess, okay, I'll do the thread. If Manny doesn't write back,
Well, we have until the 14th of this month to get him the right back.
okay.
As when I go up to present to the council, when Vivian and I go up to present to the council, I want to have a date.
Okay.
So that way I can tell them in person the date,
Mhm.
and when they say, good job, you're good, that means it's approved, and then we can go back to Manny and say, hey, it's good to go. That's the official date.
Perfect, okay.
I have a question for Officer Amador. Have you ever done the bike rides?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know there's like a culinary bike ride, which that one has like stops where they eat. But the other ones, what are they?
This
They
one's
just ride?
completely different, it's just a ride, preset determined route, and that's it. starting location, right, and come back. to same
Isn't that similar to the other bike rides where they gave you a helmet and everybody rode together?
Oh, the bike rodeo?
Yeah,
Yeah, they have given the helmets out, sometimes they don't do it. But it's very simple, just meet at one location, ride. And come back and that's it, and we just make sure everybody's safe. Nothing like the culinary one where it's at night and it's a bunch of stops, there's no stops or anything.
So if we go to their meeting on the 15th, we can find out from them what they specifically are trying to do. Then what we can do to be a part of it. My initial thought into this is that we should reach out to our partner organizations. Hope for Autism, Arts for Autism, and so et cetera. And see if any of them are interested in having this, join this ride. What they could do is we could say, to keep it simple, if your family would like to participate in the ride, you would simply arrive at whatever time these people say, and you bring your own bike and wear a balloon. That way we can bring people to support the event. If they need money from us as a board, we can donate to their board to make it happen. We could be the sponsor of this event since we are the special needs board. Makes sense to me. I'm all for that. I don't know if you guys are cool with that too, but you're nodding your heads and I'm thinking that means yes. Then the other thing I was gonna say is, this might be that one time we finally do what we've been wanting to do, which is see if we can get a special needs bike to have, that we can rent to have at that facility. For that, at this event for people to try. By the way, I just happen to know a company that happens to have one that may not be able to negotiate borrowing. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's one sitting right out front of SFAX every morning. It doesn't go anywhere. So someone donated that bike. Yeah, the tricycle one. Someone donated.
yeah, I like the private one.
It's a nice bike.
With a little motor on it.
So somebody donated that to them, I'm guessing. So
We'll
we'll
see
do that.
you now with the basket,
I
a
was,
little tassels.
I was gonna, if we're gonna do this, which we're gonna do now, I was gonna ask them if they wanted to be involved as well, because there's a lot of Miami Lakes people that go to the school, so they can let the students know if you're from the town of Miami Lakes. You can participate, and SFAX will have their bike there. There we go.
And it's not limited to residents, anybody can join.
Anybody can.
Oh, good. We're gonna invite the whole school.
It's just bikes, not no scooters,
Oh,
anything motorized.
This would be a bike.
So they can use roller
no golf
skates.
carts. They haven't, people have just come in bikes because of the
Okay.
speed. Also, because.
Well-
for the bikes.
Let's see, we've got SFAX and Angels Reach. We have Arts for Autism and Hope for Autism. We have the Giving Gators. We have Card. We have a lot of people we can ask if they want to bring their families. This thing could wind up being huge for them. So that sounds cool.
And not a walk. Cause you know how sometimes you have like
Yeah,
a
it's not a
run,
walk.
but it's a walk, no
This is the bike.
wheel.
You have to bring your bike.
Very important.
No,
No wheels,
no walking.
Yeah, if you don't have wheels, you won't be able to go round and round.
No, our inclusion fund K is gonna be the walk run. Okay, any announcements?
Yes,
I have to.
for December's meeting date, the 6th is fine?
Yeah.
Okay, and then January 3rd,
No.
would like to reschedule?
You guys wanna do a meeting in January, mid-January, before our event?
We can do late January. I won't be here in early January.
The first week of January,
So there's the 10th and 17th. 10th is the week that we come back to school, the 17th is the week of our,
why would we say it's,
17th? 17th? See if you can get us in at the 17th at 5:30.
Yes,
Do we motion for that? Or no?
yes.
I'm right, I will motion that we
Yeah, money for-
postpone or. I motion that we
Reschedule.
reschedule our meeting to the date that I just said.
I second.
17th.
All those in favor?
uh,
Motion passes.
Wait, who's second?
All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Remember, everyone should be at that meeting because that's when we're gonna vote for new people.
What?
Yeah.
that's right, it's
vote.
election.
It's election day.
January.
You have to pick who you want to be your chairman,
That
vice
is
chairman.
Coronation Day.
Not it.
Not now.
Is that it, guys?
One thing,
Did I say I was gonna be out by the first week of January? I think the whole month.
Yes, everybody, Officer Amador, I'm sorry, we did not have you on the list. I didn't.
no, and it's actually not related to anything like that. I've been talking to Iowa back and forth like for days because of the veterans.
La pobre.
Parade, yeah, a lot of running around. You guys have one Jeep with, 2 adults that can ride.
Right.
If you
And
want to be the ones to go, that's fine with me.
It's okay. You've
No, I
never
know you love, no,
participated.
you two love it.
John, you've never
John, you never
participated.
did.
It's okay.
So what, you're not going?
It's fine. No,
Vivian and you.
It's
You
fine.
don't get to ride the Jeep.
She was really looking forward to it. I don't want to take her.
that's it, one Jeep, 2 people.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the back. So two people.
So I mean, one of us has to drive or.
no, they drive. They don't let us touch the Jeeps.
Bueno, if it's
We
a
can ride.
actual Jeep,
That's not true, but I'm driven, like the first one.
Last year, it was
I
a
had to
Jeep
drive.
club, and they don't,
And it
in
was a
fact,
huge truck.
we had 3.
no, and also the time that Jill.
Yeah.
It was when we had to drive to.
This has been your guys' thing. I think.
It's
you
always
two should
different
go.
though.
Baylor.
It's not, listen, I'm fine. You decide,
You two,
you two decide.
You two go.
How can only be 2 people and there's a driver?
But sometimes they bring another
well, it's a,
person.
Yeah,
it's a
they-
4 cars, it's a 4, they're all 4-seaters. But they're not letting someone sit in the front, apparently. That's the problem.
Or they might be bringing someone. 'cause
Right,
they-
last year, the driver brought her daughter,
Yeah.
cause it's a Jeep club, as long as I know it's a Jeep
If
club.
it's the same people, it's.
You two have always done
Yeah,
this.
according to I
veterans
was
thing.
2 people. Yeah, right.
In the 4 years that I've been here, you two have always done it together. I want you to continue that. They love.
No, last year,
It wasn't?
no, last year was Jesse, me, and Alex.
Really?
Alex wasn't here last year.
Yes, she
Oh,
Oh, I was thinking that.
Okay.
The.
Motion to adjourn,
Okay,
7:08 PM.
I second.
All those in favor? Motion passes.
Or at 8:30.
I was confusing Alexandra
8:30.
with the guy that used to be here with all